Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Up now, we don't see the Beastmaster band and we don't see the Darker band. So the DC obviously heavily favoring the Furion on any for either squad. They banned it out as a first ban. So they don't seem to favor the Doom as highly as everybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll probably pick it up here in the first two either way.
Yes.
But they don't take it as a first. They don't consider it a first pick hero.
The one thing I wanted to talk about, and this is what I pointed out last game, was the Slaughter ban, right? Because we talked about Resolution. I mean, obviously he was a driving force in that game, and maybe that one gank bottom could have changed everything for Dragneel. Maybe it could have, but it's not available now. Do you think that is the right choice for them? You said pick your poison when I talked about it. I mean, is there any right ban for them at this point for Dragon Slayers for Dragneel?
I think it depends on what approach they want to go for the game. Like, they can't be really thinking that way going into the game. You're just going into, like, with a bad mentality, right?
Yeah.
You kind of just have to think, you know, we're going to play our best. We're going to
play our game of Dota.
Play our game of Dota. Okay, the Slardar was definitely a big nuisance, so we're going to get rid of that one, and then now we can come back to play what we're used to playing, because I think most of these teams coming into this Manila qualifier weren't really seeing Slardar safe lane out of all these other teams, especially not in the American scene.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something that... It was very surprising to see Resolution do so well. I shouldn't say that considering of how good of a player he is, but man, they did pretty damn well for themselves. Look at the Enchantress for Dragneel, as we talked about in the Mirana first pick. You seemed interested by this pick. What do you think about the Mirana first pick?
For the bounty, okay. I like the Mirana first pick in some games, but actually no. This is one of the instances. I've seen a few teams actually do this. When there's the Enchantress, they pick the Mirana into it because not only can you obviously kill the creep easily, but you have that easy escape if you're in the laning phase if there's an Enchantress roaming gank.
Yeah.
And then now they do pick up the bounty on, which I actually completely overlooked.
And Saksa has played this hero pretty damn well.
Yeah, and that's one of those heroes that can just be, you know, a lot of people have been saying it's like an auto-win hero. We did see it have struggle a bit in the Empire versus Vega series, but yeah, seeing it come out here is pretty surprising that it wasn't banned. This Earth Spirit ban is just very curious.
Yeah, we were talking about it last game. I don't really get it that much, but clearly, I think they just don't want to deal with the disrupting potential of a 5-man magnetized boulder smash, geomagnetic grip. It's just annoying to play around, and it's very good. And if you get the rolling boulder off in the early game, you're pretty much almost guaranteed to kill in a lot of instances.
Or do we not? Are we missing something from Dragneel? Do they have like some really like incredibly good Earth Spirit players, something that we don't know about?
Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Sand King.
Dire team pick.
Faceless Void.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining.
Vengeful Spirit.
Dire team pick.
Invoker.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Slug.
Radiant team pick.
Phantom Lancer. Ten seconds remaining.
Lance every so often and just be a nuisance with his illusions as well.
So right away I was going to ask you, do you think they're going to go for that aggro dual lane again and try to put the Sand King in a 1v1
Well,
with Void? And it does look like they are.
Looks like
Yeah.
they are going to. Your question has been answered before I can even get to it, so yes. That seems to be the case for now. They can maybe do some 5-man aggression, but I don't think that's actually what's happening. They're going to send Weehaw and Misery mid. They're going to get some wards down for him. Moo is going to go ahead and join him. We'll
Very
see what
scary
he does.
to go for that top rune for Dragneel because you're playing versus the Mirana. So I really like this play here by DC, setting up 5 heroes for that top rune right now.
And they don't have their faces void for snaking, so he might be able to get that bottom rune, but it might be at the cost of a couple of Dragneel heroes. Mason does not see the Shadow Walk around the corner from Soxa, nicely down there to avoid it. The human ward, the human scouting ward, or whatever he is, bounty hunter, won't be able to scout things out for him and get a little bit of information on the front lines. HFN, unsurprisingly, he has 1 Sentry Ward in his inventory. He has picked up a Wraith Band for the eventual Aquila pickup that has been so prominent in the past couple of weeks on Invoker. So
yeah, and it looks like this. If they do decide to do this dual type aggro with the bounty hunter roaming between the mid and the top lane, it seems like Dragneel has no idea this is coming because they do actually block. They ward both camps in the bottom lane to stop the experience.
Yeah,
pulls.
That's not a great start. I guess you could say Moo can use those to just Sandstorm and bring them down, but we'll see. They're going to go ahead and fight at this top rune spot. Soxa, Magic Missile, Clairvoyance. They've got the arrow. It's going to hit. He's in trouble. He might have to skill Nightmare and go for a deny, but he's been stunned up forever because of that arrow shot. And it's going to be Weehaw getting first blood and the bounty rune coming out. Gets a little bit of experience, gets some gold going his way, and he's up to 400 already. And we're not expecting them to be at the top rune spot. And Soxa did his job beautifully by giving them vision as well as just scouting things out for him.
I guess they can't expect it so much for that top rune, but this is going to make HFN's life so hard because Weehaw's going to have a bottle extremely early with that first blood picked up, as well as the poor man's shield, so harassment's going to be quite futile.
Yeah, HFN is going to go for Exort, so he's got the extra damage. He's going to go probably the standard build, the boots into Drum, Midas at some point in time in between those two. We'll wait and see what's going to happen here for HFN. And already Sox is going to be on the hunt. He's popped up the Clarity, maybe looking for the Courier. You can see the Enchantress has already rotated bottom, or at least towards that bottom, I guess, hard camp. He's going to go ahead and grab it real quick. But here comes the Courier. It's staying on the high ground for now. It's going to probably wait until the Enchantress comes back and maybe... Oh, they're actually going to smoke up.
Break the smoke.
Yeah, he's going to break the smoke. Soxa is going to be... Well, at least notice. KYH is not going to drop the dust or sentry. He doesn't want to waste the detection. But the first smoke gank of the game has already been broken at 1 minute and 18 seconds by Soxa, unsurprisingly.
There's a 2-second duration smoke or so, maybe a 3-second duration.
Yeah,
so excellent awareness, though, by Soxa to do that. That's a big deal.
How do you feel about this offlane match between Snaking and Moo? He's gotten 1 point caustic finale, which is going to be nice. But there is still good trade coming up from Snaking as well.
It's going to just be a regen war. I think Moo is going to win the regen war, though, with the items that he started with, since Snaking opted for a Quelling Blade. But he should be able to do okay. Should still be able to find his farm under the tower every time it pushes in. Arrow coming away. Does not catch the creep or the Enchantress.
Soxa just being annoying. Let me leash that experience real quick, no problem. Shadow Walk, he's got it ready.
Yeah, Sanking definitely wins this one-on-one matchup, but yeah, like I was saying, it's that he's going to go for Caustic, so the wave is naturally going to push out into you, so Void should be able to get a really good amount of free farm in that lane.
And he'll find a bounty too as well, so Snaking will head back bottom with 400 gold.
Resolution. Mason goes for the pounce, doesn't quite catch it.
They're going to rotate in Soxa, though, and another hero. It's going to be Misery ready to go. Claire's going to be a little too far forward. Soxa's going to look for a Shadow Walk hit. He's not going to. He has no Orb of Venom either. Janata finally comes out. Arrow coming through, and it's going to almost hit onto the Hellbear Smash, but KYH is able to avoid it and narrowly walk away. Now mid. HFN just getting caught with the Spirit Lance and the illusions going to town. And this is what I was talking about. This is what I was afraid of. Spirit Lance, even at level 2, is going to dish out some massive damage against the Invoker. And he's going to use the Cold Snap himself, and he's got some creeps hitting him. He pops the Invis Room, but there's a Sentry there. Forge Spirit, HFN, he has to use the Fairy Fire. Weehaw still is going to live and almost pick up that kill, but he's going to force HFN back to at least get his salve and use that up.
So much pressure coming out from Wei, but he is struggling a bit on the CS wise.
HFN is doing really well, yeah.
I really thought that Wei would be doing a bit better of a job, but I guess HFN's just crushing it with the Aquila and the Forge Spirit really helping him out.
Now that he's got the Forge Spirit, level 2 in both Quas and Exhort, he's feeling pretty good about himself at the very least. Anytime he goes up to last hit, Weehaw is taking damage, or even just right-click the creep wave, he's taking damage. Regen-wise, he's out of it with the exception of filling up his bottle or using his Fairy Fire. Rotating in is going to be Misery. There's no vision here for the Dire team, so any gank is not going to be noticed, whether smoke or not. And Sox is already coming in from the backside. He's got boots, no Orb of Venom. They're going to go together, and HFN is going deep. He is way farther than that
way
tower.
too deep right
He is
now.
on their enemy hill, and he is probably dead. And let's see if he can try to ring around the roads with this, but I don't think he's going to make it out if the magic missile comes. And he was literally under the tower when he threw that Spirit Lance out.
That's way too far up playing versus a bounty hunter. It's just versus a bounty hunter. But then when the Venge is missing, you can't snaking.
Oh, snaking!
He gets bursted by the caustic.
What a
Really
stun
well
into
played by
caustic. Moo knew. I think there was a time walk available, but he just couldn't get it off in time.
Snay was over half HP. That's a really hard kill to even predict that will happen because of you don't expect how much damage Caustic really does. But Moo stuns perfectly, pops 2 creeps instantly, gets the stun damage on snaking, and then a 3rd creep pops right afterwards and ends up netting the kill.
Oh, haste root for Weeha. He wants KYH, and he's going to get chased down. They have a Nightmare to help him out. They're going to use it onto Weeha. TPing away is going to be Misery. They take it off with the illusion. He's got one more Spirit Lance, and he's going to actually get juked. He's going to doppelganger and look for the kill. KYH continues to juke, but he has that haste root. Pounces up. They get the kill nonetheless. Now Weeha out of the haste root for a moment here. They dodge the arrow. They won't be able to chase any further. Mason has to go back to farming, and Zoxa gets a kill down bottom, and Snake King, who gets dove again with another burrow strike. Sand King Moo having a great time. It's a 5-0 start, 35 last hits. Sure, you might be winning the CS battle otherwise if you are Dragneel, but you're losing heroes left and right, Fogged.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah,
is
really
under
good movements
attack.
coming out from the supports on the side of DC. Moo putting so much pressure. I thought Snake King would play a bit more defensive because he knows, that's what's going to happen versus like a Sand King. You have to watch out for those caustics every time when you step up. You have to just wait for the creep wave to push into you.
Now we're looking for a kill set up onto the Resolution Marana. And
When do you see this though? Look at HFN. He is farming in the in the Radiant Woods on their medium camp.
I mean, you have to get away from that bounty hunter any way you can, and that's one way to do it, I guess. I don't know if they saw the smoke. Did they see the smoke? I think they did. They'll pause though. Dragneel will. KYH as well as Clairvoyance might have been spotted, and they're gonna.
Yeah, we see the lines being drawn.
Yeah, they know something's up. I think Moo's already backing, or he's about to finish up this creep wave and then back. He knows that they have a long way to go. They can't really kill Weeha. He's going to back up under his tower here momentarily, I'm sure. They're going to meet up with HFN. They'll look to have him go back mid instead of joining them for that gank down bottom.
Setting up now for top.
Yeah, they're going to just go top instead. They're going to have...
Mason's only level 5 too. If he gets stunned, he can die here.
Resolution breaks the smoke. I don't know if he was spotted. They did see him. Arrow's going to come through. He's going to arrow the creep. He's looking for the rune himself. Mason as well as Resolution both in trouble. Nightmare's going to go. I don't know. They have Sunstrike. They're going to get the Centaur Conqueror Stomp as well. Do they have the damage? Brain Snap, will it be enough? Is Gottlieb will get to the high ground on the top lane. Snaking is going to stay, or excuse me, Mason's going to stay alive and just hide behind the wave. But now the Burrow Strike misses. Wave of Terror will go. They have the Shuriken. No track, obviously, for that movement speed. Moo just barely missing with the tip of that Burrow to get the initiation on the Slark. So both kills missed coming out from both sides.
Still, DC with the more proper move, I guess you could say. They're setting up for at least an objective with their smoke instead of just going for a kill. So they are going to be able to go for top.
They just go again. Mason he was trying to back up.
trees.
He has to leap, and he's going to at least stay alive for the time being. His TP's going to be coming in from staking. He's got Chronosphere looking for Misery. Misery should have a stun available. He's not going to use it. They're not really that concerned. Might dive Snaking. They're looking for a reinitiation. Here comes Move for a Burrow Strike. He's going to find it. Epicenter getting handled. Magic System will go, and Snaking has to time walk that damage if he wants to. He decided against it. He actually misses out on that time walk damage, and he wanted to go in, but he actually got...
Fish out of water.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Quas exalt.
Turn of events. Realistically, that's just about as bad as it can get, as now they're already taking down that tier 1 tower on that top lane. Dear God.
Very familiar to the last game. Last game, the fortunate thing for Dragneel was that they had Snaking at least farming a lot in the off lane, but this game, Snaking is not farming at all. He's sitting less than the enemy bounty hunter. Moo is absolutely free farming. They pressured the hell out of Mason in that safe lane, even taking his tower before the 8-minute mark, and Weeha as well. Even though he was doing a little bit worse in the mid lane than we'd expected, on CS-wise, he now is completely recovered and he's able to put pressure on HFN constantly.
It's not looking great for Dragneel yet again. And, well, they'll use the cold snap on Weeha, but he's going to get turned right around on HFN, is in some trouble. Good Nightmare. It's not going to deny on the Spirit Lance. We get the kill, but he doesn't have the mana for it. Weeha, how far are you willing to die for this? Looks like not that far.
They can't even kill him, though. Sunstrike? Oh my god!
Wow, it actually brings him to 9 HP.
And Saksa
Saksa
gets the
does
kill.
get the kill on HFN. He throws it to Shuriken. It's level 3. I think it was a track kill as well. I'm pretty sure he used track for that. That's huge.
These poor souls. I don't think he had the 6 actually at that point. I think he got it from the kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weeha, though, still.
I can't believe.
How did he live?
How did he live?
He had like 1 HP, literally. Dear God.
Man.
Snakey's gonna have time to walk the Starstorm damage, but here comes the track. He wants to go into Resolution. There's the Shuriken toss. Shinana proc, and the last right click from Resolution will get the job done. Dragneel getting run over. I talked about a complete game. Sunstrike actually almost gets split, but Saksa takes the brunt of the damage, and even that didn't really do much. So this is looking real bad, because like you talked about, the Doom at least had farm last game. There's no farm on Dragneel's side. Slark has what? 2K, 2.5K net worth. HFN is...
Everybody, the bounty is ahead of everybody on the side of Dragneel.
And it's only going to get worse as track continues, and they start just taking down towers one by one.
Saksa just, even though he isn't, actually he's part of 6 kills, so I don't know what I'm saying with that, but he's just done so much in this game. Even like with that first instance when he breaks the smoke rotation by the Enchantress, he's getting so much information on the map and just being where he needs to be every single time.
Yeah.
He goes bottom, gets a kill, goes mid, gets a kill, goes top, gets a kill.
It's more than just the kills, though, and you're right. Breaking the smokes, being where he needs to be, scouting things out. Clairvoyance is in the smoke. They really going to dive this move. He's going to get chronoed under the tower, but they have. I don't think they really do. So they're going to Burrow Strike out of the Sunstrike away, and really that's just... That is a Hail Mary play. They GG out? Wow, 10 minutes into the game. Are you kidding me? They GG at 10 minutes, 10-0, and they say, we're done with this game. It was bad, but I didn't think it was that bad, man. Dear God. What? I mean, they've missed on every single gank. They played okay in the landing phase. They didn't get any farm, though. But you GG at 10 minutes into the game. You have a way back in. You can get the Invoker and get a Midas. You can maybe get the Slark some farm. I don't know about that. That seems absurd. I can't believe that.